1 hour and 3 minutes into the conversation, and the chat person that we're talking to with O2 has finally said, "Won't let this moment pass us by."
Hi guys, it's finally Friday. I don't know if you remember yesterday, I ordered a new BT mobile SIM card for Jen and I. They arrived already. It's not even 24 hours, that's awesome. So I've just been faffing around setting that up, which means it's a bit late in the day for me to be doing anything. The sun is still up. I decided that I'm going to pick this up, what's it called? The window blind for Pip's room. I'm going to install that today, because once I've installed that I can then start bringing the other furniture into the room. But I think with the furniture in the room it's going to make it more difficult to install. It shouldn't be a big job, there's just like a couple of things to screw into the side of the windows really. Oh, anyway, Friday, tomorrow, 2 days to Jen, I'm looking forward to it. Human connection. I love human connections. I need 2 hands to open this bag. Do I read the instructions or do I improvise like I usually do? Instructions, improvise. Instructions or improvise. Let me know what you guys do. Do you normally read the instructions whenever you get them, or do you just do what I do and just do whatever and hope for the best? For some reason the fitting instructions seem both convoluted and basically make very little sense. So I'm just going to wing it and hope for the best. The way I always do it, it always seems to work for me, so wish me luck guys. The brackets are up on either side of the window, you can't see the other one from here. I'm now down to cutting this blind. It's so hot in here, I've got a jumper on, a hat on, the radiator's on and the window's closed. It is hot moving around in here. But anyway, I've marked with my little right angle tool, I can't remember what it's called. If you guys know what it's called, let me know in the comments below. But essentially, I've done loads of measurements and I'm pretty sure everything is calculated correctly. And I basically put a mark on here to show where the curtain comes up to, the blind, and then where the cut mark is. And I've just gone up here with a load of little marks just to show me where I'm going to cut. I have this board here that was going to be for the panel behind the TV, so it can have kind of like a different colour or a pattern or something. I suppose I can cut into it on one side, because the other side is just going to be painted and put on the wall anyway. So I'll use this as a cutting mat, I think. Put it underneath this side and then cut down with, I don't know, something sharp, like, I don't know, this might work. I did a test cut with the Stanley knife. You can see here, it looks like it's cut all the way through, but only a bit of it has. And this bit, although it looks cut, is still connected. Whereas Jen has one of these tools she uses for quilting and cutting fabric. Essentially, it's like a pizza cutter. Really bloody sharp, but with a lot less effort, it's cut through every single bit I put it to without question. It's a really neat edge. I think I'm going to go with this. I think the best bit about it is when you stop and then start or keep going, you're not going to get the kind of like jaggy edges at the end of one cut and the beginning of the next one. Hopefully. I brought up my little 80cm spirit level thingy. It should be pretty straight edge. And now it's kind of the moment of truth. And hopefully because I can't undo it when I cut it. So if I've measured it wrong, we are screwed. And it was £42 down the drain. One length of blind finally cut off. It was pretty easy. This thing made it a doddle. It was amazing. If you guys are ever cutting fabrics, get one of these. Way better than cutting fabric with something like this. Now I need to cut this down and then cut this thing down at the top. It's going to be a bit of a pain. The bottom bar needs cutting a little bit shorter than the width of the fabric so it doesn't poke out on either side. Whereas the opposite's true for up here. This needs to be a little bit longer either side so that when it rolls up, there's a bit of leeway and this doesn't catch every time, or hopefully doesn't catch every time you're pulling the cord. A little tip for when you're trying to cut something that's slippery, put some tape around it to help it grip. This is masking tape, just helps it grip when you're cutting into it, when you really want to just start the cut. This one, I would have done the same thing, but I found while I was getting my hacksaw, a tiny little mitre box that it fit into really well. Enough for me able to just sort of like hold it in position, which worked wonders. It works, it's brilliant. I need to put attach the child safety device on here somewhere. I need to figure out the best place to put it. But this is it, it's up, it's really discreet, I'm really impressed. You can barely tell it's even up there. And I just need to change the setting to manual so we can get an idea of how much light this thing cuts out. I'm gonna have sandwiches for lunch today. It is pretty late to be having lunch, but I'm hungry now. So I've got some bread, I've got some tomatoes. The pre-made salad type stuff for leaves was cheaper than buying an actual lettuce in this case. So I have those and some mildly reformed ham. This is pretty cheap lunch. Jen was supposed to take one. I have no idea what she's having for lunch today because this was supposed to be her lunch as well, but none of it's opened. Anyway, I'm having some. I think I'll probably have 2 rolls because there's only a couple of days left on these. And just since Jen was supposed to have one today, I think I'll have hers as well. So Jen, if you're watching, I ate a sandwich. Look what you missed out on, Jen. How amazing does this look? I even have seafood sticks. There's like 0% fish in them, I don't think, but still, it tastes awesome.
Today is a very, very exciting day because today we have got down to 2 digits until Pip comes. Hopefully, assuming Pip comes on time and all that sort of stuff. This hasn't been updated since yesterday. We are now at 99 days, which means we get to do this. 99 days. Look how spiky it's gone. That is so cool. Chris did a whole bunch of research yesterday and he has found us an amazing deal for our mobile phones. So my job this evening is to cancel with O2, my own SIM with O2, and to get my pack code from them. I have now been on the chat for 40 minutes and I have got nowhere. The lady is just not doing anything. It's really irritating me.
In contrast, I did mine early. It took me 5 minutes.
That's because you probably did yours when everyone else was at work.
No, but I didn't get transferred for starters. And this person keeps trying to convince you to stay. But the guy I was on chat with had the exact same name as me, so I figured, you know, it was a thing. He's just like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, Chris's for the win, that sort of thing.
It's been 3 minutes and she hasn't said anything.
She's chatting to someone else.
Yeah, but she needs to deal with me. 40 minutes I've been waiting.
She doesn't care. You won't do what she wants.
I know.
Her job is retention, so she's going to try and retain you.
I don't want to be retained.
O2 customer since 2008.
I've been with them for 9 years and they won't let me leave. We are still on a chat with O2, although Chris has now taken control of the laptop. And it has now been an hour and we have got nowhere. How does it take this long? This is ridiculous. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the conversation and the chat person that we're talking to with O2 has finally said they will issue my pack code. No?
No.
What?
Now trying to match deals and shit.
No, I don't want to stay. Seriously, I understand they've got a job to do, but this is insane. Why do they think I want to spend an hour on
I'm now just copy and pasting the same message back to him until he does it.
Good.
Seriously, it took me about 5 minutes earlier to do this. 10 at the most, probably. It was ridiculous. Why is it so much more difficult for her to cancel than me to cancel?
After nearly an hour and 25 minutes, I finally had a pack code sent to my phone. That took a lot longer than I expected.